is Elliot Haspel. Welcome to another edition of Best Practices Weekly. Today we're going to be talking about self-regulation as a key to writing, and this comes from an article in the Journal of Educational Psychology, in which a pair of German researchers did a controlled trial to see how much students' ability to really monitor their own learning and set goals and just think about what they're doing in writing, how much of an influence that actually had in their writing achievement. And there's a fairly decent body of evidence to suggest that just having knowledge about writing strategies, how to put together a good paragraph and how to punctuate, how to spell, things like that, isn't the only thing that really influences writing achievement. And this study went out to try to confirm that. And so it was an experimental study. So there were two students, which were fourth graders, were separated into one of two groups. And in the first group, the control group, the students just got instruction about writing strategies. So again, things like how do you put together a strong paragraph, just the very sort of core strategies. And then in the experimental group, students were given the same writing strategy instruction, and they were also given instruction around self-regulation, around thinking about what's going on with the writing processes. And so there were two main things that the students in the experimental group were given. They were given strategy implementation procedures. These are things like checklists, like graphic organizers, like planning guides, things to really help them, again, sort of monitor, am I doing all of the strategy things that I should be doing? Am I actually remembering to go through step by step? And the second set were this idea of outcome evaluation procedures, which is largely consisted of things like setting goals around what they wanted to get better at each time they wrote, and then monitoring the progress that they were making of it. And so this would involve, for example, when they would finish one piece of writing, students would be prompted to evaluate it against a particular rubric, and then say, okay, for the next piece of writing, what I really want to work on is my word choice. What I really want to work on is my voice, by setting their own goals. And then they were prompted throughout to go back to those goals they had set and think about the extent to which they were meeting them. To help along with this, students were given a chart of their past writing pieces, which were broken out by the different elements, by the content, by the style, by the organization, and they could see their scores for each of their past writing pieces, and then again, as they set their own goals, well, I got 2 points in organization in this last piece of writing, I would like to get 3 points in this next piece of writing, were again prompted to really think about the extent to which they were meeting those goals as they were writing. What they found was that the group that got this self-regulation instruction in addition to the strategy instruction far outperformed the group that just got strategy instruction. In some cases and in certain measures, it was as much as doubling the performance of the control group. And so this confirmed strongly and very robustly that, in fact, having just strategy instruction is not nearly as effective as having writing strategy instruction in addition to writing self-regulation instruction. That when students can both know how to write, but also know how to think about the writing that they're doing, they're going to do much, much, much better. And that it really should be a non-negotiable part of every sort of writing class. So, thanks for watching and happy teaching.